yes. Oh, fuck. Alright. Whew. Guys, is it time yet? Who am I kidding? Of course it's time. Roll the cue, roll the music, get it going. What's going on, guys? Satellarknight here, and you already know what this video is about. Now that all the crappy deck profiles of Satellarknights are out of the way, and I'm not just talking about the ones that I had to make, I'm talking about all these recent ones that have been popping up left and right because people are just excited to throw some deck profiles out there to get their views going without truly respecting the deck. I have seen some horrible ratios. I have seen some incorrect plays of those people, and I mean, with all due respect, guys, please do not tell these folks how to play the deck. Come to me and I'll show you how to do it. I've been playing it since 2015. I've been trying to optimize this deck and I suffer no longer. I am so excited to get this deck profile to you guys. The sneak peek has been a major success, and this deck is gone from a trap heavy deck to now a rank 4 turbo machine. You know, everybody's talking about super heavy samurais, everybody's underestimating this deck, and I'm here to tell you that this deck is right up there with branded, and it's ready to take that next step forward, guys. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, comment down below if you guys are excited about this deck profile. I am excited about it, and I still feel like shit, but it doesn't matter because I'm here to deliver. I'll be doing in-depth analysis. I'll be doing a lot of information on this deck throughout the next couple weeks. Some more awesome box breaks. Big shout out to Core TCG, man. That place is amazing. I highly suggest you guys go to their website, check out all their awesome content. They have every product you could ever ask for. I think I'll be doing all my shopping there from now on. You know, they're really good. This will be a two-part video. One will be explanation to all you new players that have never picked up Satellarknights that are getting back into it. If you guys didn't know, that's what my channel name is. That's what my name is. I've been based off of this archetype my whole YouTube career. And then the second video will be the combos. Okay, those are very important. I've done some on YGO Pro, but this will be like in live, in depth, and then all the live matches are coming up. So let's get into this deck profile, guys. Let's get started. Okay, for starters, we got triple Satellarknight Liran. Okay, she was called Lyria in the OCG, but now she's Liran here. Your new combo starter with your Deneb. Okay, this is very important. This is part of that 2-card combo that a lot of people are talking about that kind of skips your opponent's turn. I'm not going to get too far ahead, but this card is also treated as a Constellar card, which is very important. Also, I've seen people run this card with spirits. Please do not do that. Okay, spirits, they do not work with this deck. They are bricks. I am telling you, you have better luck running Utopian cards in here than spirits. So don't do that. Okay, that they're a waste of time. They're so 2016, 2017 when I was trying to do Utopia. This deck is much better. It does not need the spirits. It does need a different archetype though, however, and you'll see it here. So Satellarknight Liran, when a Satellarknight monster is normal summoned, in which it happens to be, a lot of these Satellarknights are normal summons, but that doesn't matter anymore. You special summon this card from your hand, and you get to add a Satellarknight spell card or a Constellar spell card from your deck to your hand. So it's a searcher, versus as the Neb searches for monster, Satellarknight Liran searches for spells. So you can see the correlation there. Also, I'm not feeling 100% right now yet, so I'll be probably dry heaving and coughing throughout this video. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so that's Liran's effect. The Neb's effect, if the Neb's effect is self-explanatory, it lets you, I don't know why I blacked out, I saw like a piece of something I needed to scratch off. Anyway, the Neb's effect, when this card summoned, it lets you add a monster from your deck to your hand. So, pretty self-explanatory, nothing new with that card. I ran 2 copies of Altair, cut down from 3. 2 copies is sufficient. One to search with a new XC monster, and the other one to recycle with Isolde, which will be in this deck. And then one just to have in the deck, just in case you need to use its secondary effect, okay? When it's summoned, you get to reborn the Satellarknight monster card, any Satellarknight, okay? That includes the new one, that includes the old one, from your graveyard back to the field. 1 copy of Vega, you don't need more than 1 anymore. You're not relying on that special summon anymore. She's pretty good at 1. And most of the time, you can use her effect to search off of the XC monster yet again. Okay, I run 1 copy of Sirius. A lot of people don't run this, but they don't realize that this guy recycles your resources. A lot of issues with Satellarknights. If you don't open that skip turn, you're gonna be burning through your resources. I kid you not, all your Satellarknights are gonna be in the graveyard, and this guy can shuffle it back with this all day. Okay, shuffle back, draw 1, so it's pretty good. 1 copy of Anukalai to dump. This is your Foolish Burial, and then the card you'll be dumping is the Altairan. Okay, similar to Altair in the name and the artwork, if you guys can't tell, but a very different effect. So if this card is summoned, you can target 1 card. If this card is summoned, you can target a card on field based on the numbers of XC monsters on the field, light and dark, and you pop them. So it's a target and pop. So that's pretty good. You can do it like up to 2 like XC monsters at a time. And I'm glad that it's not specifying Satellarknights. Does it specify? Yeah, you control. Too bad. And then if so that's once per turn. What else does it do? I think that's about it. Oh, yeah. So if a Satellarknight, I forgot. Yeah. So if a Satellarknight is summoned to your side of the field, this card comes back. But you usually want to do this if you're ready to go off in that turbo rank 4, or if you want to do pop cards on the field, like I said. So basically, it's a free comeback during any player's turn. That's very important. So make sure you have those XCs on the field, and make sure Skybridge is set, because Skybridge becomes that much more important because it triggers all of these effects. It's heavy, guys. It's really good. To finish up your Satellarknight archetype, kind of, you got 1 Caduceus. This guy's amazing in this deck. He gets to special summon himself if there's a Constellar monster on the field. That includes your new Constellar Caduceus XC monster, and the new Constellars that the Satellarknights that have been printed. They're also considered as Constellar monsters. And upon summon, you get to search for a Constellar spell card from your deck. So it's another way to search out the new spell card that's out, and then Constellar Twinkle that I run in this deck as well. There is a Constellar card that pops spells and traps on the field, but I don't know if you want to run that. Maybe not. I'm still working with that. Constellar Sheraton is your combo starter with the, search is Caduceus. What else can you say? Not only Caduceus, but it can search others. It's just with Caduceus you can special summon itself. So that's your immediate rank 4 play. I know it's a rank 3. Put the Cheetos down, bro. Close the tabs. Alright? Pay attention. Alright? It's a rank 3. But Caduceus will search Twinkle. You go into your rank 4, okay? So that's it for your Satellarknight / Constellar setup. By the way, are you guys loving the mat? I know you guys are loving the mat. It's beautiful. I'm still waiting for Cali Effect to make a video about my Satellarknights. I know he put them pretty high ranked, which I appreciate, but I want to see a deck profile, my guy. Anyway, the version I run is none other than the Bystial version. I know what you're saying. Satellarknight, what are you doing, man? The tiers are gone. These cards are no longer a threat. Look, man. Alright. How can I explain this to you? These cards still matter, alright? All these meta decks, you're talking about branded, you're talking about freaking Scareclaws, or you're going to be seeing a lot of those, by the way. The Manadome, whatever they're called, they're going to be playing light and dark. Aside that matter, man, it floats so well with this deck. Especially the last card that I'm running. If you guys paid attention to my live stream, you know what card I'm talking about. If not, just wait, I'll show you. I got 2 Drew Swarms. Ooh, where is it? 2 Drew Swarms. Very good card removal. And I usually synchro off these cards or link them away. Europrint, guys, if you guys can't tell, the screen is not that dark, okay? It's just a Europrint. Part of me wishes I waited till my voice got better, but other part of me is like, I can't just sit around and wait for all these trashy deck profiles. I swear to God, this guy posted a deck profile of Satellarknights just to get it out there. My guy was running 3 Altairan, and I'm like, stop it. You need 1, maybe 2, but what do you need 3 for, dude? You like breaking? You want to be 2015 Satellarknights, my guy? No. Triple Anukalais? What are you doing, man? Jesus Christ. Anyway, 3 Magnamuts. These cards also help you out. The deck struggles go in second. Let me make that clear for you guys. If you guys do not know this, the deck struggles go in second. There's weaknesses. This makes up for it. This covers it up. All these cards will cover it. One Baldrake, very good card in this meta. It's gonna take care of some of those extra deck monsters for you. Here's the spice for going second is your Kurakira. A lot of these cards are activated. A lot of your opponent's cards are played during interruptions. I was able to get rid of a lot of branded cards, a lot of cashier cards. If you guys haven't paid attention to YCS LA, not LA, London, this card topped a lot. Got one because of it, basically. And then one of your bricks is the Infernoble Knight, Renaud. Let me explain Kurakira to you guys. If for those of you that don't know, the card spiked to $30 per piece, by the way. I was able to nag them from a good friend of mine. Thank you so much for hooking me up with those. I really appreciate it, Creed. You're my guy. But when it cannot be normal summon, and when the opponent monster activates an effect during your turn, you get to tribute that monster and bring it out, and this card's attack becomes that monster's gains 1500 attack for each monster tributed to special summon this card. And then during the end phase, I can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field. So that effect is like iffy if this card stays on the field. Usually I combo this off with Trevor. I bring this out and then I summon Trevor and then bounce this card back to my hand to be played again. And then one card to finish up is the Renaud. This guy is your Isolde mandatory card. Don't really like seeing this card early. If I do, that means my strategy has to pivot a little bit, but that's okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about adjustment and making a change on the fly, right? I mean, nothing's ever by the book. There's no such thing as like the best unbeatable deck or like unstoppable. This deck will win you turn one. I hate when people do that. What if you don't draw the cards that you need? What are you gonna do? You don't win game. You don't win auto win. You gotta grind through. So stop posting like fake like thumbnails and stuff like that. Oh, too heated. Too heated. Okay, anyway. Satellarknights, guys. The best spell card that just came out of Cyberstorm Access, at least for me. This card was needed in 2015. It's an extra summon for a Satellarknight from the field, from the grave, or from your hand, which can trigger a grave, which is amazing. And then on top of that, I get to XC summon a Satellarknight monster. It has a lot of text to it, okay? It's not a simple card to understand. So let's read it together. So it has a effect where I can target a Satellarknight XC monster, special summon from my extra deck, a different rank monster by using that monster as I control. And then transfer its materials to it, which is pretty insane. So this is what enables that whole turn skip that people like to do, but there's way more combos that you can go with this, and this is what's primarily used for that Deltaros non-stop loop. This is the card that kind of helps it out even more. Skybridge becomes even more important. The reason these cards are one of is because they're searchable and they're recyclable, guys. You do not need to run more than one copies. One is just enough. Skybridge during your turn is fantastic. During battle phase is fantastic. If you have an open field, you can OTK with this card. During your opponent's turn, it's even better. You can interact, you can interrupt with this card now. Not only do Satellarknights activate effects once they're summoned to the field in any way, they trigger their graveyard effects now too with Altaria. I gotta learn her name because I was saying Altea this whole time, but it turns out it's not Altea when it came out. But just keep in mind when you bring this out, you're gonna be locked into Satellarknights, which is totally fine. Usually you're doing this and you're going right into your rank 4 XC Satellarknight. Constellar Twinkle, underrated card, but a bricky when you see it. You target a Constellar monster you control, which is a lot of them, increase their level by 1. This is mainly for Sheraton. Also, if this card's in the graveyard, you get to recycle it by banishing a Satellarknight, and it's not a once per turn. The banish part is, but not the increase in the level. So you can go into what do you call it? Pleiades if you want. I do not personally run Pleiades as of now. If I have Talmai's on the field, I usually go into Diamond just to be safe. That's because it hinders so many decks. So that's my Constellar track cards. Pot of Desires, usually a cheaper and a better option for you guys. Just make sure you have all your resources and activate this at the end if you don't have Bystials in hand. That's what this is used for me. Prosperity is really good. Prosperity is really expensive. And not to mention on top of that, you don't want to blow through your resources in the extra deck. We're in a meta where every card in your extra deck matters. If you're blowing through them 3-6 cards, you're already behind. It doesn't matter what that one card is. One Rhoda, self-explanatory. Waiting for the ban list to bring it to 2. Probably won't ever happen. Called by the Grave. That's for Ash. One more thing, I don't run Ash. I don't bother. It doesn't hinder me that much. I don't care about it. And definitely not freaking cross out Designator. Holy shit, man. I saw this guy running it and in Satellarknights, and I'm like, man, this guy really enjoys Breaky Hands. He is not winning. That card only belongs in the branded deck, because unlike branded, Satellars have flexibility now where they don't lose to Ash. Foolish Burial to dump, and then Living Fossil. Actually, it's part of that Isolde trade, Isolde kind of a combo package. However, on its own, it's pretty good. I sometimes get interrupted and my cards go to the graveyard, negate, destroy, and this kind of brings back and it kind of gives me the ability to extend. It does have the ability if my monster leaves the field, it's banished instead. But when I link away and when I XC, this card goes first, so it's kind of offsets it and my cards go to the graveyard instead. That's it for the spell cards. Trap cards, you got triple infinite impermanence, and that's it. No, I'm kidding. 3 more trap cards. You got triple evenly matched guys. Yes, I main deck this card because this card I was seeing a lot of in the YCSs and in the regionals. This card is amazing. Like I said, we struggle going second, so you need correct hero and you need evenly matched. This more than enough suffice. Does enough for it. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the extra deck. You still with me? Come on, wake up, subscribe. You know, keep on in this video. Stop skipping shit. All right, just dedicate 10 minutes of your life. Shit, we're at 16 minutes. Okay, dedicate 20 minutes of your life to this video. Okay, I'm taking my time. You take yours. 1 Delta Rose. This is your loop card, okay? This is not a once per turn. When it goes to the graveyard, that's a special summon a Tellarknight from your hand or from the deck. You usually want to bring out Altair, so save your Altair's effect until Delta Rose is sent off to the grave. Also, detach pop, a card on the field. So pretty solid if you're going second. A-okay if you're going first. If you're going first, you're going to pop itself to get the combo going. Trigger, this card is cracked. This card is amazing. This card is very underrated. We are not playing against tier elements anymore. This card does wonders. Non-targeting, bounce everything back to the hand other than itself, detach a material, send a card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. Pretty great. And both of these cards float, okay? This guy recycles from the graveyard. This guy recycles from the deck. So if this guy goes to the graveyard, you get to bring from the deck. If this guy goes to the graveyard with the material attached, remember, it needs to have a material attached. You get to special summon from the graveyard, which is amazing because you can special summon one of its materials and just keep doing the combo all over again. Both require 3 level 4s, and they're both like vice versa of each other, so self-explanatory. The new Tellarknight Constellar Caduceus, guys. This guy is amazing. 2+ level 4 monsters, don't forget, so you can always expand on that. But 2+ 2 level 4 monsters is all you need to go into this guy. It's a generic, but not generic enough, unlike Talamais, which is why I got banned. 2 level 4s, and when this guy is summoned, you get to recycle 1 monster, Satellarknight or Constellar, and 1 spell or trap, spell card from your graveyard back to your hand. That's another thing, trap. Alpha is too slow. Stellar Nova Alpha is a great counter trap card, but it's way too slow. If there's a way we can search that card up, I would love to. I don't know what Konami's planning to do with it, but the way it's going now, the card can't be played in this deck. It's too slow, guys. You detach a card from this guy, and then pick a Satellar or a Constellar monster from your deck, banish it, and then this guy's effect becomes that monster's effect. It is insane how underrated that is. You can banish Altair, bring a monster from the graveyard. You can banish the Neb, search from the deck. This guy does it all. He's like the combined package. But most of the time you're banishing Sheraton to bring out Caduceus to the field to further your plays. Jesus Christ, guys, I'm dying, but I'm doing this for you because I love you guys and I love this deck. So let's wrap this up before I run out of oxygen and go to the ER. Tellarknight Balamus, this guy made his way in and out of the deck. I didn't like its effect that it says you can't XC summon after you activate its effect, which is 2 level 4 Tellarknight monsters, which is fine by me. But when you discard a card, which is a big cost, and you detach a material, which I hate getting impermed, you bring a Tellarknight that's a rank higher on top of this guy. Or no, sorry, different Tellarknight name, right? I think different Tellarknight name. One light Tellarknight monster by using this face up. So any. I mean, it used to be before for Trevor and Stellarknight to kind of cheat him out by cost for the hand drop, but I don't know if that's needed now. But anyway, pretty good effect, and after that you can't XC summon, which is fine. So usually you do this at the end if you're really in desperate spot. However, he has 2 additional abilities that nobody's paying attention to, guys. He turns every card on the field, every monster on the field into dark. Why is that important? You guys are playing Stellarknight Diamond. Stellarknight Constellar Diamond, guys. You know what his effect is? Dark monsters don't get to play when he's on the field at all. And this guy turns everything dark. And the 2600, you'll take that. You will take that when you can. Other effect. His effect to summon that rank. Hold on, let me read it down. His hold on. Yeah, his effect to like kind of XC by discarding and special summoning can be played during your opponent's turn, so it's an interruption if there's 7 or more Talonite in the grave, which a lot of times there happens to be. So if you want to interrupt him and bring out Trevor, just recycle his whole hand, you can do that. But anyway, that's a short story on him. Talamaias, man. As soon as this guy came out of the ban list, I'm like, what is Konami planning? Because there's no reason for them to do this. I mean, he wasn't good, but like after he came off the list, everybody was like losing their shit. Oh, Talamaias. And I'm like, guys, yeah, but Infinity's not that good anymore. And people still run Infinity. It's not that good anymore. So his detached 7 material, his detached 7 though, is now possible thanks to Caduceus. I can see this guy probably going back on the ban list if this deck becomes problematic though. Detach 7, skip your opponent's turn, and I'm sure there's a bunch of videos, and there's one guy, I can't think of his name, this Ukrainian guy, I like his shit, he's funny. He basically showed a skip turn loop. You guys, I highly suggest you check that video out. I'll make a similar video later on, because not right now because it's late and I'm tired and Demon Slayer is on. What am I doing? Shit, I gotta wrap this up. Here. Constellar M7, guys. This is your step-up stool. Usually you're gonna use Constellar's spell card to bring this guy out on top of your Caduceus and then automatically get rid of him by like overlaying again, like into, so it'll be like Caduceus, activate M7, no wait, Caduceus, overlay M7 on top of that with M7's ability, and then activate to bring out Tellarknight, and then you detach 7 and then skip your turn, skip your opponent's turn. That's the short version of it. M7's a beautiful card, but it's pretty useless otherwise. Yeah. I mean, it has a cool effect, but it can't be activated the turn that I bring it out, unless I use a high-ranking monster, which I will not. Constellarknight. Satellarknight, Constellar Diamond, guys. This guy was cracked against Burning Abyss. This guy was cracked against Shaddolls, against Tier Elements. This guy is ageless. This guy is timeless. This guy was holding that Satellarknight's name relevant while everything was either banned or wasn't playable. Neither player can send cards from deck to graveyard. Any card returning from the graveyard to the hand is banished instead. That's a continuous effect. You can bring this guy out on top of a rank 4 Satellarknight monster during your main phase 2 for free. And while it has materials, and I kid you not, you've seen my videos, I must have had 6 materials attached to this guy at some point. Dark decks cannot play against this guy. He alone stops dark decks. They all just scoop, they fold, they cannot be played. Very good card, very underrated, guys. Not enough people know about it. So that's my Satellarknights. Let's go into generic ones. You got your Gagaga Magician. This guy is very important if you want to bring back a rank 4 monster to go into your boss monster, Utopic Draco Future. Self-explanatory, guys. You know what this guy does. He's a big boy, he's a tower, he's a negate and take, and then cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. He also has a secondary effect, can negate 1,000 attack boost because of the Draco Future by detaching material. Your Zeus is mandatory in this deck. Very easy to bring out, self-explanatory, don't need to go into details unless you guys can't read or haven't played Zeus before, which I feel sorry for you. You must have lost to Zeus plenty of times by now. You detach 2 materials from it during any turn, send all the cards on the field to the graveyard other than itself. Non-targeting. Solid. Also, if a card leaves the field by an effect, you get to attach it to it as a material. So play smart, don't play dumb. That's it for the XCs. Cut into our link plays. Let's do one by one. Isolde, 2 level 4 warrior monsters, self-explanatory, pretty mandatory in this deck. Link, if you're running links, which I am. If it's a link summon, you can add a warrior, which is sometimes one of the Satellarknights effects you already played, you're saving for next turn. But you can't use that monster basically. That's what I'm saying for next turn. Let's see, you can send a number of equipped cards, which I have one of, to the graveyard to bring out a warrior monster from your deck, which I have that Infernoble. So basically you send that living fossil to the graveyard, you bring out the Infernoble recycles living fossil, and then you link away one Satellarknight monster and that Infernoble into your Masquerena. Masquerena has been played for ages, I'm not gonna explain it to you, don't waste my time. But basically you're gonna link those two off into either Crusadia, which is kind of similar to is it similar to the Draco Future? No, but it's a pretty good card. So it's non-targetable destruction. It's pretty solid. So I was going between this and Appaloosa. I'm not really sure. What do you guys think in the comments that I should play? Is it Appaloosa better, or is Crusadia with Draco Future on the field a little bit better? Because right now on my board looks like Crusadia, Draco Future, and the last card that I'm going to show you guys. Basically, this guy absorbs all the attacks, but it gains the attacks of the opponent's monster. And if it leaves the field, it can send to by opponent counter. You can shuffle a card on the field back into the deck. So that's my link plays, guys. These guys are pretty stable. These guys are pretty consistent in my deck, and I like using them for now until I find a better reason not to. And then the final card, guys, is my Chaos Angel, guys. The whole reason why I'm running Bystials is because of this guy. Man, it's an amazing card. If you guys have not read this, let's do it together, shall we? So it's a tuner and a non-tuner light or dark monster, which all my cards are light and dark, okay? For this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat a light or dark tuner monster you control as a tuner, which is why I don't need to run tuners. Because Satellarknights can be called tuners, I guess, in this deck, which is amazing. So it's a link monster on steroids. And I keep saying on steroids because it's a 3500 bad boy. 3500, guys. You can target a card on the field, banish it when it's summoned, and then it gets effects based on the materials used. Oh, don't die yet. I'm almost done. Okay, so a light and dark monster, which is what I have, so it gains both of the effects. Synchro monsters you control are affected by monsters' effects activated by your opponent. Dark monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. It's indestructible, and it makes all the monsters on the field, which I usually have, indestructible. This card is nuts. This card belongs in almost every light and dark deck. It's a problem solver, guys. Thank you for sitting me through this 27-minute video. Jesus Christ, I really went in depth with this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. By the way, before I finish this, I pulled this card out of my last box, last pack, guys. It was magic. I will show that video later, but this was amazing. This card is totally worth it. Let me know what other synchro monsters I could be playing in this deck, possibly making it work. They don't require too much clogginess, but I've been waiting for this deck profile for years, and I'm finally happy to present it to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it the same way that I did. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Let's get our way up to 1,000, guys. I know we can do it. I'm really enjoying this, and I look forward to sharing more Satellarknight content with you guys in the future to come. For now, have a good night. Satellarknight is out.